Hey guys, so
Absolutely.
we're looking here at the bone tissue, okay? So this is that bone tissue on the outside here. So this is that blue structure you have on the outside. This is that periosteum, okay? So we're looking at that blue structure on the outside, periosteum.
Okay.
On the other side, you have this aspect of these kind of fibers poking out. Okay, you see these kind of fiber guys?
Yep.
Okay, so those are Sharpie's fibers. Okay, Sharpie's fibers, periosteum located here. I think I broke the model.
Oh, darn.
But anyways, so these guys here, so this thing kind of projecting out that kind of looks like one of those old style pirate kind of.
Or cake.
Yeah.
Just a cake with
Or
one
just a
candle.
cake.
Yeah, I guess you could say that,
Christmas
cake.
tree.
I'm just taking like the telescope thing from pirates.
Too detailed.
But so these guys are the Osteons. Okay, so these are the Osteons. Okay. Now on the Osteon, these little guys that look like termites, these little brown dots that look like termites, these are those osteocytes.
If we write termites, we'll count.
No.
Half credit. Half credit.
If you
Half
write
credit.
termite, I will
chocolate
not
chip
count it. Okay, because this is not wood.
If you put in parentheses next to it termites that we got it right, will you give us an extra credit point?
Yeah, we give you a little.
First it was, what was it, like the can I lick your eye?
Can I lick your eye?
Now
Hey, I'll
it's
take
this
what I can get.
termites.
Oh, gosh.
Gosh.
So what are those black dots again?
But yeah, these brown or black dots are these osteocytes, okay? So those are those mature cells. The function of these guys is to what? What's their function?
Yes.
What's osteocytes' function? Dun-dun-dun. What? No, not make bone. No, that's osteoblast. Blast. B. Blast.
It's almost the opposite. It
Yep.
breaks down.
No, not destroys. That's osteoclast. So when you clash with someone, you're like fighting them.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So what do osteocytes do? If you got one destroying, you got one building.
That osteocytes.
No, they're one maintaining. So they maintain the bone. Okay, so osteocytes maintain bone.
Osteocytes.
Okay, so that's that PowerPoint slide and lecture where it talks about how they communicate with the osteoblasts and the osteoclasts. Okay, so they maintain bone by communicating with those guys. All right, now that's what these guys do. Okay, all right, so let's go a little bit further. Now, in the actual bone tissue, you kind of see how some of them don't look like these guys. Okay, they don't look like concentric rings going around. They kind of look like kind of spaces, like space fillers. Okay, like here's another space filler. Here's a space filler. Here's another space filler.
Closer with a space filler.
Okay, they're between
The
these
little
rings.
holes that's in there.
Between the
This
rings.
little air, like, ring.
Okay.
Okay.
Lips.
Yeah, like they're almost like space fillers, like this guy.
Like grout.
Okay, like what?
Like grout. It goes
We
between
went
the
from
big
wood to
tiles.
concrete or
Like
tile.
what? What did you say?
Ceramic
Grout.
grout. It's like
Grout.
loads of tiles together.
Oh,
but
I
big
didn't know
tiles.
that was what it was.
Like,
I had no
like
idea.
It's
these ones.
Yeah.
grout in between.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like your
The
Yeah, the
little,
little
the little holes
Yeah.
or the lines? The holes.
The rings.
The
Yeah, the lines.
I meant ceramic.
So
I
these
said it
lines.
afterwards.
So guys. Okay, so let's get back to this. Okay, let's not talk about grout or whatever. So the lines here. These guys are the interstitial lamellae. Okay, so these are the guys that pack and kind of fill up the spaces between the osteons. Okay, now out here we see the concentric ones. Okay, so these are the concentric ones on the outside. Okay, on the inside, interstitial guys. Okay, outside, concentric ones. Okay, good? Any questions on that?
Nope.
No? All right, so on the inside, here you'd have your red or yellow bone marrow, depending if you're an adult or if you're an infant. And we have this aspect of all this structure here being spongy bone. Okay, this spongy bone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you about tuberculase here. I'll ask you more or less that on a picture. Okay, now you can see this blue structure here though. So this blue structure here is that endosteum. Okay, so this endosteum literally sits right on top of that spongy bone. Okay, so it's like connected straight on top of the spongy bone, and then beneath that you have the osteogenic layer with the stem cells. okay? Because you have that fibrous layer and then osteogenic layer, okay? So don't forget that. So if I was to put a pin here or a piece of tape here and ask you what's the second layer beneath this, it's the osteogenic layer, okay?
In other words, that's something
Possibly.
Second layer beneath what exactly?
beneath that.
Just that.
Yeah, so this is the endosteum, remember?
Okay.
And the endosteum and the periosteum, you have two layers.
Okay.
The fibrous layer and beneath it being the osteogenic layer.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why if I say the second layer beneath this would be osteogenic. Okay, good? Any questions on that? No. All right, so the last thing I want to show you guys is kind of these guys. So these kind of ones going off to the side, these are those perforating canals.
My bad.
What? Oh, you what?
I
You
just
took
accidentally
pictures?
took a picture.
Oh, that's fine. You took these perforating
Anyways.
canals. I'm probably smiling. No. Perforating canals. Okay, and these guys connect these osteons together. All right, any questions on any of that?
Nope.
No? All right, good. You can look at the model.